mobile phone. Changed a bit over the years, hasn't it? But can it be used for paranormal investigating? Well, let's find out. This is just going to be a quick word about this video. Firstly, I'm not going out to gain any kind of spirit communication. I'm going to try, but I'm not going out. I'm not expecting to get any kind of spirit communication. One, I'm expecting the site to be rather busy, and it's also rather blustery today, so we shall have to wait and see. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. So why am I going out there? I'm going out there for one reason only, and that's to show you that you can use a mobile phone to go paranormal investigating with. So yes, if you do end up not being able to afford some of the more usual tools, then just go and get yourself a fistful of apps. I'm going to just show you a selection of apps, and on purpose I am not going to be using any app that requires a mobile phone signal. Very good reason for this is, if you're going to use a mobile phone, and say for argument's sake you went down to Cornwall or somewhere like that, chances are you're not going to have a mobile phone signal. So therefore, if I was to show you an app that used a mobile phone signal, then that would be totally useless to you, and that's in its scenario. Getting all tongue-tied again, sorry about that. So on purpose, I'm not going to be using the apps that require a signal. I'm also not going to be using just one person's apps. I'm going to be using quite a few different developers' apps that they've got, and that's just out of pure fairness. If I was to just concentrate on one, I'll be very biased, wouldn't I? So you're going to see a few apps here made by different people. Steve Horte, VBE, just off the top of my head. And we're going to try and establish whether or not these apps work or not. So, without further ado, let's crack on and see what we can find. I've had to recalibrate the device because I put it in my pocket and to walk over here, and I messed up the buttons. But it's all calibrated now, as you can see. Lovely calibrated. And I'm just going to wander around the outside here, see what we can get. This place is really getting a bit busy now. As you can see there's that ice cream stall. A few more cars around. Around the outside. That's the main entrance just here, so we're going to go into the main entrance now. Just going into the main entrance. Be careful you don't bang your head, as that's the height of the door. Hasn't quite so much wind in here. So talking about calibrating on your device, the way you do it is I'm going to hand you over to Rich, who will now talk you through how to do it. And while he's doing that, I'm just going to be doing this. Yes, thank you, Richard. This is the default setting on the VBE K2 meter, and we're just going to set it up for this investigation here. And the way you do that is by bringing these red lines down to just above the green. So we're going to do that right now. Does take a bit of time. You literally just don't have to worry too much about the green line on the left. It's the right hand side you're right about. So we just bring that down, as you can see. Now we're going to turn it onto its side, flip it onto its side, and you can see you're registering on the y-axis. So you just have to bring that red line to just above the green. You should be able to see that alright. And just above the green. Number two are fine. Turn it upside down, and yes, we got some there. Just have to bring that a little bit higher. As you can see in the middle there, on the y-axis again, it's really high. There you go. Turn that way, and again it's on the top. You can just see it there on the top. Okay, turn it this way, this way, this way, upside down. Oh, we've got a bit there. Where's that coming from? Oh, believe it or not, it's running down the bottom and the top. There's a little bit still going on the top, so just adjust that a little bit. Upside down, around. So there you go. That's how you do it. And it's all set up now for this investigation. So now it's back over to Richard on the other side of the venue. Yes, thank you, Rich. I think that's explained that reasonably well. But I'm just wandering around, see if we can get anything. I found a nice little place where you can set up, out the way of the wind. And while we're doing that, right, we've got some bars there, just there. I don't know if this is going to pick those bars up or not. Yep, there you go. You can see that. There you go. That proves that it's picking up the bars quite nicely. This used to be one of the old stair rails, and it goes right up there. So we're going to move on to the next part of the investigation now, and see what we can get. But there you go, I'll put that there. But on the V2 I can confirm that we've got nothing. So there you go. Onward and forward. Okay, so this place is becoming increasingly more busy now. However, what I'm going to try and do is record an EVP session. I'm just starting up the screen recorder so we can hear it. I've already preloaded my questions. So here we go.
Recording session started.
Got to be quiet for this one.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak to me? My name is Richard. Say my name.
Okay, so while Richard is finishing off his EVP session, which obviously needs to be done in the quiet, I thought I'd just run through how this auto EVP app works and show you how to set it up. Now obviously here, this is the startup page. You've got your menu, your options, setup session, record questions and browse records. So record questions, that's a good one. You can put in whatever questions you want to know. Anything at all. Just record it, store it, and it's there ready and waiting for you to use. The menu, that just shows you what the developer's other things are like. I'll just click on that. So you've got more apps, the privacy policy, and the close app. Record questions, I've done that one. Browse records, that's when you've done a recording session and you can go back through it all and just listen to your recordings and see if you captured anything. Now the options. First place to go. Number of questions during a session. You can change that from any number from 1 to 10. I'm going to go with 10 questions per session. Number of sessions, you can do as many sessions as you like here. I'll just click on that and show you. You can do 10 sessions if you wanted to. I'm going to keep mine down to 1. Time before a session begins. Well, that's to give you a chance to get out of the room. Say for argument's sake you need a minute or so to get out of the room. You sit for 1 minute. If you need 3 minutes because it's a big hall and you need to get out of the way and close the doors or whatever, just set it for however long you need for that room to settle down and be quiet. Time before a session begins, we've done that. Number of sessions, we've done that. Time between questions. Now you need to give the spirits plenty of time to actually come down and speak. 30 seconds would seem fine to me, but some people prefer a bit longer. And as you can see, you've got 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Some people like a bit longer, like I said. Personally, I think 30 seconds is just fine. Delay between sessions. One session finishes, you put it up for say 3 or 4 different sessions. What is your delay that you want to happen? And you've got 10 minutes maximum, 1 minute. I would normally go for about 3 or 4 minutes between sessions. I would do, if it's me. That sorts out that part. Come back here, and then you've got the setup session right in the middle there. Click on that. Choose questions or load random questions. Here I would put my own questions in. I wouldn't use the load random questions. So I'm just going to choose questions, and then you've got the 10 listed there, and we selected no questions yet. That's why it's showing none. Start at number 1 at the top, and you get 2 folders, supplied and user. Well, you can mix these up a bit. You can use a mixture of supplied and a mixture of user, and just to demonstrate that, I'm going to start with user. Click on that one. Is there anyone here who would like to speak to me? And I'm going to go to supplied. What should we have there? Are there any spirits here? Always a good one, that. I'm going to go back to user. My name is Richard. Can you say my name? Supplied. How many of you are there? Another good question. But you can just mix these up. I mean, if you just want to use, do you know why I'm here? If you just want to use your own questions, use your own questions. How do you feel about my being here? Let's go back to supplied. Anyone here would like to talk to me? Another one for supply. Which one should we pick this time? Last one, user. There you go. Now you're set up to do the investigation, and all you have to do now is make sure your volume's up, obviously, and push done, and that will then play that session. So that's explained how to set this up. We're going to go back to Richard now, who I believe is about to show you that he got nothing from the EVP, and the quality of the recording from this. So without further ado. Yes, thanks for that, Richard. Yes, I can confirm that we got no communication through the EVP. However, just so you can hear the quality of the recording, I'm just going to run a section through for you now.
Are you afraid where you are?
I think you can all agree there that there's no hiss at all coming from the recording. Lovely and clear questioning. So the actual recording itself for a mobile phone is almost as good as a digital recorder. Now we're going to go on now to the next part of the investigation, and for this I'm going to get out one of the amps for a spirit box session. Okay, so lastly I'm going to attempt to do a ghost box session, and for this I'm going to be using the Ghost Box 39. It's by Steve Horte and it's the Frank's box. Hi spirits. Just while we're left alone here for a little while, would you like to step forward and just speak to me? Perhaps say the word hello? Hello there. My name is Richard. What's your name, please? My name is Richard. Can I have your name, please? I know that I'm here uninvited. Humble apologies for that. But we can kind of have it the same place at the same time. Would you like to step forward and tell me what this house was like when you were here? None says you have to, of course. That'd be really grand if you could. What do you think of my presence here? Is it offensive to you? Of course, this never used to be a house. It was all originally it was a abbey. Is there anybody here from the abbey days? If I was to say to you, the word rosary, what would that mean to you? Okay, so what's the first book of the Bible then? In case you don't know why I'm doing this, I'm trying to prove to my viewers on a video that you can use these devices to come and speak to you. Do you have anything at all that you wish to say to my viewers about this app? Finally, spirits, we come on to 5 minutes now, so I'm going to close this session down. Is there anything at all that you wish to tell me before I do? Okay, so I'm going to get off now. I'll see you again soon, with your very kind permission. Perhaps you'd like to count down with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. Okay, so we've done a walk around. Just grab that. Then we'll go out this way. As you can see, the ground's rather rocky. I'm going to go over to the car now. We're back out in the wind now. So I think we've shown you now that you can actually go investigating with a mobile phone. However, it does come with problems. Those problems are the amount of people that you find along the way. There's a lot of noise contamination from those said people, as well as noise contamination from wind and everything else that you might experience, birds, etc., dogs barking. Even now, you've got an awful lot of bird noise. But hopefully that explains how you can do this and what it is you must do to go investigating with a mobile phone. So for now, I'm going to get off, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video. So until the next time, goodbye, take care, and I'll see you all again soon.